Welcome to my interactive final project for Media and Materiality. I'm going to be talking about YouTube and how it functions as a microcosm of celebrity culture and how it relates to a lot of the themes that we discussed in class. You can find everything from viral videos to television episodes on YouTube, but I'm going to be focusing on the people who participate in the community aspect of YouTube. This includes vloggers who make videos of their everyday lives, musicians who post their music for their audiences, and gurus who post informative videos. These people gain subscribers and notoriety on YouTube while still being able to interact directly with their viewers through their videos and comments. They're essentially a newer, more interactive kind of celebrity. In class, we read Jeffrey Sconce's article, A Vacancy at the Paris Hilton. He talks about how Paris Hilton has branded herself. She's made an image of herself for profit. He terms her meta famous, that is, famous for being famous for wanting to be famous. YouTubers actively brand themselves. Musicians showcase their talent on YouTube and then sell their music to their audience. No, not like Justin Bieber. Gurus brand themselves as knowledgeable on a particular subject and often sell products. As for meta fame, yes, there are people who go viral, like Magabon, who became a YouTube phenomenon after she posted videos of herself smiling at a camera. But most of the people who gain notoriety on YouTube do so by consistently posting good videos. In this video, Wheezy Waiter speaks of the hard work necessary to gain subscribers. An example of a crossover between these two types of people is Chris Crocker, better known as the Leave Britney Alone guy. He has been an avid vlogger for several years, but he is most widely known for making a viral video in which he defends Britney Spears. Shay Carl of the Shay Tars, a man who posts daily vlogs of his life, including his wife and small children, was recently on Anderson Cooper to speak about his internet fame. Cooper calls the Shay Tars a viral phenomenon. He implies that the Shay Tars videos spontaneously blew up when in reality they'd been making videos for years. Shay Carl also works with a production crew for the creation of his sketch videos. This is an example of the mainstream media simplifying internet celebrity. Andrejevic writes that people crave access to the real. Andrejevic writes that people crave genuine relationships in artificial situations. For example, when watching Big Brother, people tended to favor the cast members who were real as opposed to those who were acting or manipulating their audience. This real versus contrived debate relates to image expectations on YouTube. For example, Lauren Fairweather posted a video in which she critiques image expectations on YouTube. In it, she takes off all of her makeup, stating that there are too many hate comments, that people expect too much, that this is a medium in which we can directly connect to an audience, and it shouldn't be necessary for her to look a certain way. In addition, Megan Tonjes created Project Life Size, a channel in which she speaks about being an overweight woman on YouTube, the unrealistic image expectations of the media, and tries to help women accept themselves for their body images. At the same time, there are still image expectations on YouTube. Haters commonly leave hate comments in which they ridicule YouTubers for their appearance. In a recent vlog, Megan Tonjes addresses this issue again. This is an aspect by which YouTube is creating authenticity as opposed to being contrived. People are allowed to be more authentic in their images, but only to a certain extent as there are still image expectations. Warner writes of the concept of the public. He writes that in this new age of the mass public, rhetoric and text are placed in conjunction with the body images of the creators. When people present their ideas, you also see their bodies. On YouTube, there are image expectations and inherent contradictions. For example, antagonistic commenters will comment when they feel a girl isn't showing enough cleavage. On the other hand, they'll also comment when a girl is showing too much cleavage and they feel that she's just trying to do this to get more views, as opposed to relying on the actual message of what she's saying. In this video, Lacey Green addresses this controversy, saying she shouldn't have to hide her body or change who she is in order to be accepted on YouTube. Warner also writes that we live and think in terms of a mass consumer public. Our identities are intermeshed with consumerism, and when we buy products, we think of a mass consumer consuming the same product. In other words, we think based on consumerism, and it's impossible to separate our identities from consumerism. This is also true for YouTube, because on YouTube, it's impossible to separate consumerism and advertisements from video content. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it means that YouTubers are profiting from the YouTube Partnership Program, in which they get profit for the views their video gets from the advertisements, as well as incorporating ads in their videos in creative ways. Ford Fiesta held a challenge in which YouTubers got free cars, essentially, and made videos advertising the cars while also participating in fun challenges. In this way, we're all collectively experiencing consumerism. It's becoming intermeshed with our forms of entertainment and our forms of connecting with one another. It's always a controversy how much YouTubers should rely on advertisements before they're selling out. In this Tumblr post, blogger John Green addresses a controversy of advertisements. To tie it up, Henry Jenkins writes that consumption has become a collective process. It not only just involves information that's being fed from the media source to the public, but also the information that's being sent back by the audience. In YouTube, the audience becomes the source and the source becomes the audience because anyone can pick up a camera and make a video. Like mainstream media, it relies on consumerism and advertisements. But in spite of that, it's a lot more all-encompassing, democratic, and interactive than the mainstream media.